The first thing I like to do with my video is to choose background to choose a background for the slides. So I click on background and I pick a background color for individual slides. Now there are some ready-made backgrounds here, like image backgrounds, textures, abstracts, or even videos you can choose from. I like colors, so I'll just pick different colors for my slides. And of course, this is optional. You don't have to do that. You can leave your slides background white if you want. It's totally up to you. Okay. All right. So here we go. Now the next step is to add a character. Now, if you are narrating your video, giving instructions or explaining an assignment or something like that, one of the best things to do is to choose a character and place that character throughout the slides. So that character will be basically like the person talking to the viewer. So let's go ahead and choose one of the free characters here. So we have two free characters, and these are basically the poses. So I'm going to choose the pointing character, and I'll place it right here. And I will make sure to do that in all the other slides. One thing that I can do is I can basically copy, which is Control C if you're using a PC, and you can just paste it on all the other slides. Now, as you see here, there are, when you click on the character, there are options here. Now, the options are, this one, for example, will change the pose. So, for example, if you don't want the same pose for all the slides, if you want to change from thinking to typing to surprised to pointing to happy or whatever, you can click and that will change it. So, for example, if I want to start my slides with the happy pose, I will click on the happy one and that will change it. Now here it will show you all the options. So this, for example, the animation. So if you want, like, how long do you want the character to move? So do you want 5? Do you want it to move 5 times? Do you want it to move 2 times, 10 times? Or if you want to keep it moving, you can choose play in loop, and that will keep the character moving throughout the slide and it will not stop. The effects control how the character enters the scene and how the character leaves the scene in each slide. So, for example, this means that the character will come from the right. So this is how it will enter the scene, basically. You can choose left, you can choose up, you can choose down, and there is also here an option to choose a hand. And if you do that, that hand will basically place the character on the screen, on the scene. So we can try that. And then say we want it to go up. Now we can basically test that. and we see that that character was basically placed using hand. Now, if we go back to effects, we can also choose how the character exits the scene. So we can use a hand and then, for example, bring it down in the opposite direction, basically. And that means when the scene ends, the character will basically will disappear by being moved down with that hand. Now you can do this with all the other slides, so you can pick how the character or the other elements that we will add later can be moved or entered into the scene.